guys, welcome back to another episode of A Million and One Stories. As always, we are your lovely hosts. My name is Sierra. You have Stacy and Leticia in the yellow. So listen, it's been a lot going on. The road is heavy right now. Every time we open our eyes, something is going on. So for this video today, we just want to have a girl chat, a check-in, just check in with you guys. Definitely drop it down in the comments below if you're going through anything, if you're coming anything, if you have any subjects, anything you want to talk about, if you just want to talk because the world is crazy, just let us know down in the comments below. But to just get it started, let's just check in. So how are you ladies doing? We got the pandemic, we got the crazy Supreme Court, we got just life in general. Life is lifing. So what has been going on, ladies?
I've been chilling. Last night, actually, I treated myself and I went out. I went to a event. It was a bus party and a yacht party and a lounge party all in one.
Okay, girl, you was partying all day.
Yeah, it was a all day, all night type thing. However, I did tap out early and I had my man come pick me up.
Amen.
Because I was just not with it. I don't know. I'm not 30 yet, and I'm not, you know what I mean? But it's just like, I feel like I've done it before, Like I felt like prior to going to the event, like I was just gonna go all out. I was gonna be my old self and just be crazy and just let go. And then I don't know, it was just like something that like held me back a little. Maybe it was the DJ, because the DJ was getting on my nerves, and let's just say
shout out to the DJ.
Yes. I mean, I think it was the DJ's fault, but I was just reflecting while I was on that bus ride. You know what I mean? It's just like, okay, it's a party, and it like I didn't know the people. I just knew like a few people who I had came with.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, this used to be so much fun for me, and now like I'm okay with just being around like a few people that I love, my friends, my homies, and just having a good time versus having to go to a club. Like, it's fine. Like, I'm okay. I can do it. You know what I'm saying? But I was just reflecting in that moment, like, this is cool. And I remember when this was fun for me. And now I realize like I'm growing. And which brings me to my point is, I don't know, I've been in a real reflective mode lately. Like, every experience I have every single day, I've been so reflective. And even when we had that other taping with Cap, and she was just talking about how every day she would wake up and just be grateful and pray. Like, I've really been trying to incorporate that into my life. Like, I've put reminders on my phone, and not just the reminders, y'all. I put the alarm. Just reminding myself, like, did you pray today? Did you do yoga? Did you drink water? Because I feel like sometimes we regret those things, and we get so caught up in like the craziness of it all, and it becomes overwhelming,
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was just talking with my boo, and he was just telling me like, oh, like someone just died, or oh, like because of an argument, they was working together. I guess they was working at Domino's, and then the guy killed his coworker. And I really just want to put it out there, like, I'm praying for everyone. I'm praying for everybody's healing. I'm praying for everyone's growth. I'm sending out love, positivity to everyone. If I could hug you all, I would give y'all one big hug and with so much love, because we really do need it. And I just pray that I'm alive for the time when all of us as humans can really come together and just love one another the way that we would want someone to love us. So that's how I'm feeling, y'all. That's how I'm feeling. I'm feeling the love. I want to give some love. I have so much joy in my heart. And I just want to give it to all y'all because this world is too difficult for us to not be happy.
Yeah.
That's just all I'm saying. How y'all feeling today? How y'all feeling?
Well, I don't know. I think going back to the question you asked and you, Sierra, and you mentioned, all the stuff that's really going on right now in the world. It's like so hard to kind of narrow down like a feeling of excitement, even if something good is happening to your life, and then you look around or you hear the media or you hear the news or somebody tells you something, you kind of like, oh my gosh, like I'm happy I had this going on, but I feel sad because this is going on too. So Stacey, you just mentioned that like, your boo just said something in regards to like, oh, somebody just died, so on and so forth. It's like, right now, it was like some of my children's birthdays, so I was excited. I'm celebrating, I'm happy with them. We're trying our best to just go with the flow and what we have, appreciate what we have and be grateful for it. And then little did I know, I checked my email and then I saw, oh, my doctor just passed away. And I was like, oh, snap, you know what I mean? So for me, I'm just like, there's no money on this earth that can ever bring back somebody or that can make somebody feel better. There's no position on this earth that can ever make somebody feel greater than somebody else. There's so many little things. And Stacey, I love the way that you talked about how you need to just be grateful and send love and appreciation, because a lot of people don't really understand, like, we get caught up in so many little things. And at the end of the day, we all need some type of love, like literally. We are creations of love, right? We supposed to be loving one another, loving on one another, caring for one another. I mean, that's just it. Regardless if that person is a man, a woman, a child, or an adult, we're supposed to, because we are made out of love. But hey, you can only send love to the ones who are willing to receive it, and the ones who don't, then it is what it is. But I do want to touch on like for instance that you guys and we were talking about Roe versus Wade. That right there alone, I'm like, that's something that every woman needs to make sure that they are okay with the decisions that they'll make as they move forward with those type of laws, right? And yes, we don't want any men, especially outdated people, to make some laws that probably will never be beneficial to their children.
Yeah.
Or that would be beneficial to their children. So that alone is already stressful. And then in addition to that, you still have racism that's going on, right? In so many different ways, shape, or form, even in between ourselves, which is the worst, I will believe. And then in addition to that, you have women who are dying when they're giving birth to people, right? And because they're not dealing with the right medical care or dealt with the right medical care, or the people who are supposed to take care of them are not providing the right assistance to them. So we have so much to worry about. So it can really be such a heavy weight that we can be walking around with, thinking about, this thing might not impact me right now, but it might impact, God forbid, my children or my children's children or my friends or loved ones, So these are the things that, like, as we move forward, these are the things that we got to be mindful of. But with that being said, and I will pray to the Most High God that I remain in a grateful attitude and mindset, as well as a thankful attitude and mindset, because nothing is promised to any one of us, right? Even Jesus himself went through so much to get to where he is, to show people that, hey, listen, we are not perfect. Like anyone if you have not touched heaven yet, you are not perfect. We don't even know if you're going to be perfect once you go there, right? But as long that you're here, you just try your best, do what you're supposed to do and move accordingly. But yeah, that's how I feel right now. So I just feel just grateful and thankful and just, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think as we said in our previous videos, definitely take a look at those. When we first started our podcast, we mentioned that 2020 was a year of clarity. We talked a lot about finding your purpose, navigating the pandemic, and now we're 2 years. I don't want to say post because I feel like it's still the pandemic is still pandemicking. But it's just really hard to kind of navigate that. Like you guys have mentioned, people are having moments of clarity, moments of healing, moments of reflection, but also just dealing with having enough, right? Because now there's social media is social media ing, okay? So it's just hard to get not caught up in, designer this, designer that, trying to overcompensate and self-medicate whatever vices you have or whatever way best suits you. You know what I'm saying? Just trying not to do too much and just being okay with having enough. I think just overall everyone's dealing with that. But then also life is lifing, right? We all have different jobs that are demanding in their own ways, our families and everything like that. So it's just, it's just a lot. And I just feel like, I feel like everyone is one bad day away from completely losing it. So it's really hard to find ways to keep yourself happy. Just say, Lord, I have enough, or whomever, I have enough. This is good enough for me. Find happiness in whatever it is, like Stacey said, drinking water, doing yoga, setting reminders, whatever the case may be. Because I think for me, like my happiness, what just keeps me grounded, legit, is going to be coffee, the office, and taking a bath. That's it. If I do those three things, I'm going to have a great day. I kid you guys not. But it's just hard, like, because we're all going through so much. We want to be there for each other, but you can't pour from an empty cup. If I don't have anything to give to you, you know what I'm saying? I don't have it. You know what I'm saying? Even though you need, I cannot give to you what I don't have. So it's just a lot. And I feel like although we're in July, so we're almost nearing the end of the year, which is crazy. It's going by like this. You know what I'm saying? I still feel like we're still dealing with the same things. You know what I'm saying? Some days are better, some days are worse. But for those who are listening, just take it easy on yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. You know what I'm saying? We are seeing that life is literally not promised. Okay? So just live, make mistakes, learn from your mistakes, and legit keep going. Like, y'all know I've been going through it, but you have to take it literally one day at a time. That's all you can do. And I reiterate, do not beat yourself up. We all make mistakes. We all fail. Failure is the key to success. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's work, relationships, family, ventures, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Could be you have your own health and fitness goals. It doesn't matter. Like, just don't beat yourself up. Be kind and be gentle to yourself. And I tell all my friends that, you know what I'm saying? Just take it easy, because literally we're all one freaking point away from losing it. Okay, losing our marbles.
Yeah. I completely agree. I wish like communities would just, I guess, do more together. You know what I mean? I feel like if we
like,
build
more like what though?
More like, I don't know, maybe like block parties where people can come together, and it could be, I don't know, it's just ideas.
The world not safe. Like, we can't do nothing no more.
Some people though, they introverts and they don't want to be around them. I get it, and I understand when a lot of people come together, drama can happen. So I get it, but at the end of the day, we're human. Like, sometimes I feel like it's weird to me, like how like we have all these houses, right? And everyone goes into their own house, but like you're still sleeping in the same place. Like, if there were no houses, like you would literally just be like right there. You know what I mean? And you could have a neighbor that like lives right there that you don't even talk to. Like, ain't no hi, like, and I don't know.
Are you gonna talk to your neighbors though? Like, I don't know.
Not talk to them like, hey, can I borrow your sugar? But more so like, hey, good morning. Like, how you doing today? You know what I mean? Like, and still just go about your day. Like, some people don't even do that. And then when you do it, sometimes they be looking at you like, what the hell are you saying hi to me for? I'm like, dang. Yeah. I didn't know it was a crime to say hello, just trying to be like a good person, like, good morning, have a great week, and keep it pushing you know? And it's just, maybe it's how I was brought up. Like I was always taught to say, you know, good morning, just say good morning. Like it ain't gonna hurt you. Say good morning. I would get beat if I did
Yeah,
not.
but times are different now. Kids coming up, they don't really have the same social mannerisms, I feel like that we had. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, like when you come into a room, you're supposed to speak to everybody. Okay, if you don't know nobody, you're supposed to say, hello, everyone. No. Kids be coming in, I'll be like, oh, hello. Yeah, thank you for acknowledging my existence when you came into my space. Thank you so much. But I mean, that's just the times. Like, it's just the generations after us. It's just a little bit, the interactions are different.
Yeah, I think it's like we talked about social media, right? I think we actually talked about this, but we never published this video. So I'm gonna pull from that a little bit. We talked about how we have so much media, right, in our hands, right? We have phones we can access media from. We have computers we can access media. We got TV we can access. We got radio we can access. So we have all of that. We have all these things that can bring us all this different knowledge. But the sad thing about it is that, you know, it's so much information that we can't even retain what's the important things on information, if that makes sense. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we are so bombarded by so many different things.
Information but it's like overload.
Exactly. But like so many good things just go over our heads. And it's like, well, how can you be 17, 15, 14, 13-year-old, you come into a room, the least you can do is really say good morning or hi. You know, yeah. I remember when I was young, if I didn't say good morning when I walk into a room, my butt will have seen something. Okay.
Yeah.
Great something. But and I don't think I see it as a bad thing, but that also shows some type of like confidence and you announcing yourself and respect. Right. But a lot of times it's like nowadays, it's like, oh, I got to be in my own space. You got to respect me because I walked in and you got to do this for me. But little do you know, sometimes it's not always about the you and I, you know what I mean? It could just be show your presence, just be respectful and humble yourself. And there's nothing with being humble. And I feel like some people think if you are humble, that means you are weak, you stupid, or you dumb. Don't ever let nobody lie to you. Being humble is something that's very, very important. Yeah. And not only that, being able to walk into a room and just express yourself, even if the person is having a bad day or people don't want to answer you, that's on them. That's on them. But for you, you should be able to walk into a room and say hi. So I definitely understand where you're coming from, Stacey, with that statement. But I really do think that information overload is an issue right now for literally all of us, because no lies, even some people who are older than us are dealing with that, you know. And also, of course, I always go back to like how people are raised, how people are coming up, who they're surrounded by and who they're not surrounded by. Sometimes it's the lack of being around the right people. You know, you're surrounded by the wrong people and then you're doing the wrong things and then you expect the right thing. Not really, but
you
know,
so peer pressure too. Our new video that we're gonna talk about next time on A Million and One Stories. So make sure you subscribe and liking and all of that. So I just wanted to make sure, you know, y'all got that little tidbit. But I do want to go back to what you were saying, Letitia, about like, you know, different times. And you said it too, Sierra. But I don't think that should ever be something that's forgotten. That needs to be passed down. Every child needs to understand, like, you don't have to make yourself feel like you're the only person that's fighting, you know, whatever fight that you got going on, that you're in this world alone. Say good morning, because that person that you're saying good morning to may be your boss, or maybe, you know,
that is so,
you know,
true.
Or the person that you'll need help, you know, that may help you in a very situation that you don't want to be in. Just say it. And I'm not trying to force nothing, you know, like it's not even about that. I'm just saying from my experience.
Yeah.
Saying good morning will take you a long way. Not just good morning, but hello, how are you? Good evening, you know, because sometimes communication can get lost in context or translation. Some people may think that you want something else when really you really just trying to say hi and make sure that person okay, you know. And so I think it's also like the mindset, like just good morning, deuces. I'm not trying to have that long ass conversation with you right now. I'm just trying to say good morning, have a great day, peace, right?
Yeah. But to piggyback what you're saying, it's like a mini, teeny, incy, weeny little rant / fear. Like one of my biggest fears is coming across someone that is going to be of importance to me, right? Because we see a million people, not a day, but we let me rephrase. We come across numerous people every day, right? And they don't have any value to us. We're not going to remember their face, their name, whatever, because they don't serve any purpose to us, right? Like in that current moment. But it's just like, you just never know who is who in the world and who they're going to be in your life. And my biggest fear is to like be out and about. Say I'm out with my girls, I'm out with y'all, we cutting up or whatever. And somebody pisses me off and then I'm going toe to toe with them. But then lo and behold, on Monday, I see someone, I'm like,
oh snap.
Oh. You know what I'm saying? Like that is such a big fear of mine. So I'm always cautious and just aware and conscious of the fact that like, I don't know what you got going on, who you are, what you do, and how that is going to impact me in my life. But I'm gonna just make sure I keep it cordial. You know what I'm saying? Good morning. How are you? Oh, my bad. Have a good day. Blessings in your household. Cause you just never know. And I heard a story one time about a girl who got into it with somebody on her way to an interview, and lo and behold, the person she got into it with was the interviewer. And I was just like, dang, that's crazy. And it was like, I think it was driving related, like they were on the highway or something like that. It was something along the lines, like a common situation. You're driving, somebody cut you off, or they stop too soon, something like that. And you know how you go over and you sing them a song, you know what I'm saying? It was something along those lines. And then lo and behold, it was someone of importance. And I was just like, whoa, that stuck with me. I can't. Because then I have a bad reputation now. You just never know. Throwing that out there. Sorry.
Definitely. No, that's a great story actually, because I think, and I hear what you're saying, Stacey, like it's good to bring on generation of great things, right? And pass it along to family members and children and children's children. I think that's fantastic. But like I said to you, because of so many things have been diluted, people don't even realize what is the efficacy of saying good morning. People think, oh, if I say good morning, I'm mad. I got up this morning, I don't feel good. I don't, but that's not true.
Right.
Get out of that mindset, right? And it really is a mindset issue. Get out of that mindset. Present yourself, regardless if you like the person or not. So, that's something that we truly have to be able to pay attention to and be mindful of. But yeah.
Well, thank you guys for joining us again on 1,000,001 Stories. Let us know some things that you believe are something that should be passed down. Something that's very important that you believe that should be passed generation after generation and never forgotten. Because sometimes we do forget things and we do need to be reminded and brought back to life, brought back to reality. And really just check ourselves and reflect on how things are going around us. And, making sure we educate ourselves and grow, because that's what we're here to do, is grow as human beings on this earth. So thank you guys for following us on our journey. We are 1,000,001 Stories. Like, subscribe, comment, let us know how y'all doing. And stay tuned for the next one. Peace.